Hey boys and girls, thanks for joining us. This is our Ranger and Impact Night. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of evangelizing. You know, we've been learning about the wordless book. We learned about the gold page, the black page, and now tonight we were going to talk about the red page. But boys and girls, listen, we're gonna back up a little bit and just talk about why this is so very important. And Miss Carrie is going to help us.
Today we're going to be looking in the Bible in Matthew chapter 5 verses 14 through 16. In the Bible it says, "You are the light of the world. A city of it on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before all so they can see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven." So in that verse, we're talking about a candle and how we wouldn't put a candle under a bowl or a cup. And what we're going to do is light the candle, because the purpose of the candle is to show light so people can see. So we're going to light the candle. A long time ago, before we had electricity, this is how we saw in the dark. We didn't just turn on switches. So when somebody lit a candle, they would never put a jar or a bowl over it. Because look what happens when you put the jar or the bowl over it. The light is slowly fading out to nothing. And in the Bible it says, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl." So when we put this under a bowl or under a mason jar, it burns out. And that's what God is saying we should not be doing. We should not be a candle that's not lit. We should be the light of the world and shining for all. And they should be seeing our good deeds and praising our Father in heaven. So that's the reason why we're doing the wordless book. And I know some of you guys didn't do it, but you can do it any way you want. You can just have pieces of paper to show the wordless book to a friend. And so that's what I want you guys to focus on. This is a way that you can share the gospel with your friends once you see them again. So this is a great time to be studying right now on how to do this. So we're going to break it down really, really easy. Just have 5 sheets of paper: a gold, a dark or a black one, a red page, a white or a clear or a light page, and a green page. And this is just a tool to help you share Jesus with your friends in an easy way. And another thing, in Mark chapter 16, verse 15, it says, "He said to them, 'Go into all the world and preach the good news to all creation.'" So the wordless book is one way that we can preach the good news to our friends. So what I want you to do is show me in the comments below your wordless book so we can give you the points. And then all I want you to do is work on just introducing the wordless book to somebody. So it could be something like, "Hey, look at this book I made when I was in quarantine. Do you notice how it doesn't have any words on it?" And that's it. So that is it for the first part. So look at this book that I made. It doesn't have any words on it. So let's say it together. "Look at this book I made. It doesn't have any words on it." And then the next part that we're going to be working on today is, what does this color gold or yellow remind you of? What does this color gold remind you of? And that's it for this week. So we're going to be wanting to see your wordless book. And you can even have a cheat sheet on the back with what we're learning. So it helps you. So you can have the words on the back or drawings or symbols on the back to help you share with your friends. So let's start over. "Look at this wordless book that I made in quarantine. It doesn't have any words on it. What does this gold remind you of?" And that's it. So if you guys can send a video to us showing that, we'll give you 100 points just for this part. Showing the wordless book and introducing and saying there's no words on it and saying this is gold. What does this color remind you of? Okay, see you next week.
Thanks, Miss Carrie. That was great. Hey, boys and girls, you know the last thing someone says is usually the most important thing they want you to remember. When Jesus left this earth, after he was crucified, died, and was rising back up into heaven to go with his Father, he said to his followers, he said, go and make disciples. Tell the whole world the good news, what I did for them. And that's the gospel. Hey, no, we can do this. We're Jesus' followers, and we are commanded to go into the world and share the good news. It's not hard. You can do this. Remember what Miss Carrie just reviewed with you in the wordless book. Hey, try to make a wordless book just like Carrie said. You just take a gold paper, a dark or black paper, a red paper, a white, and a green paper, and then put them together with a staple or tape or glue. Then have someone videotape you or even take pictures of you introducing the wordless book to someone or something if you want to introduce the wordless book to your stuffed animal or whatever. And use the words that Miss Carrie said. She said, I'm pretending like I'm presenting it here to the wall. She said, hey, look at this book I made. It doesn't have any words on it. What do you think of that? She also said, here's the gold page. Hey, what does gold remind you of? Can you do that? I think you can. And then send those pictures or videos in to the link below. Thanks. Hey, I'm really waiting to see what you're going to make and what you're going to say in your videos. Have a great week.